Hello and welcome again. In the sequence of understanding the various concepts under the umbrella of electrostatics, yet again we have come across another very important topic or concept of an electric dipole. Dipole, electric means of electric charge, electric nature, and dipole stand for two poles of charge. So simply electric dipole is nothing but, how do we define the electric dipole? Electric dipole, it is a set of two equal charges but of opposite polarity, right? Out of these two charges, one will be positive, other one will be negative. So electric dipole, it is nothing but, it is a set of two charges or a pair of charges which are equal in magnitude, opposite in polarity, and separated by some finite distance. So this set of two equal and opposite charges separated by some finite distance, it will behave as an electric dipole. Suppose that we have this charge which is of magnitude q, another negative charge of same magnitude q. They are separated by some distance. The distance between the centers of two charges, let it be r. Then this system or a set makes an electric dipole, which is easy to understand. This electric dipole behaves in slightly a different way than a single point charge, maybe a positive or negative charge. So how different this electric dipole behaves, this is what we are going to understand this day. For convenience of finding the electric field due to this electric dipole at any point, we need to define a very important term which is called as electric dipole moment. So what is an electric dipole moment? Electric dipole moment, which is represented by small letter p by convention. So this electric dipole is represented as, or is defined as, so what is electric dipole moment? It is the product of either of the charge. Electric dipole moment is nothing but the product of either of the charge and the separation between the two charges, or we can say length of this dipole. Separation between two charges of the dipole or length of the electric dipole. So this is what we understand from electric dipole moment. So here electric dipole moment, it is equal to either of the charge, because both the charges are equal in magnitude, q, into the separation between the two charges, or we can say length of this dipole. For convenience of calculation, we take the length of the dipole or separation between two charges of an electric dipole as twice of L or twice of R, whatever, or twice of A. So this is the length of the dipole which we take for our mathematical consideration to make the calculation easy. So here the electric dipole moment is represented as q into 2L. So 2L is nothing but the length of the dipole or separation between two charges of a electric dipole, and q is the magnitude or quantity of charge possessed by either of the two charges. Okay, so when we talk about length of the dipole, it is very much interesting to know that it is taken as a vector quantity, and if it is a vector quantity, then it is taken by convention from negative to positive charge. It is directed along this direction. So length of the dipole, it is taken as a vector quantity, and it is from negative to positive charge. And on the same steps, we can understand that electric dipole, which depends upon length of the dipole, it has the same direction as the length of the dipole. So this is what we understand from the electric dipole moment. How electric dipole moment is of some importance? Because whenever we have some electric dipole, I already said that it behaves in a slightly different way than a single point charge. Suppose that we have two charges, same two charges separated by this distance 2L, or length of this dipole is 2L, and now the charges of same strength Q and this small q, these are charges are same, but length of the dipole is now short. Length of the dipole is now short. So this will have a different impact at any point which is at same distance from here and from this dipole, right? Because the distance between the two charges is reduced, they will behave in slightly a different manner. They will have their different properties at this point of observation A, or I can say A, which is at same distance as the earlier one, right? So this is the first thing, that length of the dipole matters, or we can say distance between two charges of an electric dipole, it matters a lot. And also, if we are taking the same length of the two charges, but we are taking the charges of some higher magnitude, it is the positive charge of the dipole, this is the negative charge of the dipole, but now we are having some bigger charge of same length. Then again at the same point, means at same distance we have some observation point. Now the electric field at this point, it will be different because charges has now of stronger, or we can say a bigger quantity. So to include these two factors of an electric dipole, which two factors? The length of the dipole as well as the strength of the either of the charge. To include these two factors while we calculate the electric field due to this electric dipole, we need to define this term which include both of these two terms. So electric dipole moment is nothing but which considers all the factors of an electric dipole which affect the electric field at any point due to this electric dipole. So this is how we define it. So separation between two charges means length of the dipole, it affects the electric field at any point. Also the strength of the charge affect the electric field. So therefore this electric dipole moment includes both of these two terms. So this is how we define electric dipole moment. So electric dipole moment is nothing but product of either of the charge and the length of the dipole. Now whenever we talk about the electric field of an electric dipole, we can simply take not the charges but its electric dipole moment into consideration. From the electric dipole moment we can assess the electric field. If electric dipole moment is more, electric field will be stronger. We will understand this by the coming articles. Okay. And for the sake of units, direction we have already defined. Direction is from negative to positive charge. So therefore dipole moment, it is always directed from negative to positive charge. Keep this thing in mind. And about units, charge has units coulomb and this is the length which has units meter. So electric dipole moments has this unit coulomb meter. Okay. Now we try to find out the electric field due to an electric dipole at different points. So for first case, we will find the electric field due to an electric dipole at the axial line of an electric dipole. Suppose that we have this negative charge here and a positive charge here of equal magnitudes at point A and at point B. This is Q, this is also Q, right? And the length of this electric dipole, it is length which is taken along the line joining the centers of two charges. So this is 2L, for example here. This is 2 length, twice of L, which is taken as 2L, the length of the dipole. And the distance of any point where we are willing to calculate the electric field, it is always taken from the center of the dipole. Center of the dipole lies at the midpoint of the line joining the two charges. So this is the center of the dipole. So here from O to A, B, or we can say from the center of the dipole, positive and negative charges lies at equal distances. So which is L here, and this is also L here. So total length makes 2L. Okay. And first case, we are taking the electric field. We are trying to find out the electric field at axial line of the dipole. So what is axial line? Axial line is the one which is along the line joining the two charges of the dipole and passing through center of the dipole. So this is the line which is joining the two charges, and suppose that we have some observation point P here at which we are willing to find out the electric field due to this system of two charges, or simply we can say electric dipole. Okay. So this electric dipole consists of two charges, one is positive, one is negative of equal magnitude. So in order to find out the electric field at point P, we need to define or find the electric field due to either of the two charges at point P, both the charges at point P. So due to negative charge, it will have some electric field at point P. Due to positive charge of the dipole, it will also have some electric field at point P. Due to positive charge, electric field will be directed away as per the convention of electric field. So I am taking it is E positive. So the electric field due to a positive charge, it will be directed away from this positive charge, and due to negative charge, the electric field at point P, it will be directed towards the negative charge. E negative. I am giving it symbol E negative. Okay, so we can see from here that there are two electric fields which are acting at point P. So what is the net electric field? That will be the electric field due to the dipole. So from here it quite easily appears that we can write the electric field due to positive and negative charges. So electric field due to positive charge. And also one thing I just forget to mention here, that the distance of this observation point P from the electric dipole. From the electric dipole means from the center of the electric dipole, this is R, for example. I am taking it as R. Right? So let us take for example the first charge A. The electric field due to the charge which is placed at point A, which is negative. So I am representing it with the E negative symbol. So electric field, it is given by 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into charge which is Q here divided by AP square, which is simply 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into Q upon, let me not take the direction at this point here, it is AP. So what is AP? This is equal to R plus L. So it is R plus L to the whole square. So this is the first equation. And also electric field due to the other charge which is positive one, I am representing it with E positive. This is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into Q, because charge is same, upon B P square, which is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into Q upon. So what is the distance between B and P? This is equal to R minus L. So what is left is the distance BP. So it is R minus L to the whole square. This be equation number 2. Right? Because these two electric fields are acting along the same line, opposite to each other. I am drawing it in a separate way. So because two electric field lines at P point P, E plus and E minus, they are acting along the same line of action at point P. So the net electric field will be simply, therefore E net. Net electric field, it is given by E positive minus E negative. We just subtract the two electric fields. So this is equal to, you can also calculate E 1 minus, sorry, this is E minus, electric field due to negative charge. You can also write it as E minus E plus. But because the electric field due to the charge at point B, it will be stronger because distance is less. distance is less, therefore electric field will be stronger. So in order to just calculate the magnitude, I am keeping this form, A plus minus E negative. So this is simply written as, we can take this factor common, 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into Q. This is common in both the terms. So I am keeping it out. So it is 4 pi epsilon naught. What is left inside? 1 upon R plus L square minus 1 upon R minus L square. We just simplify what is inside the bracket. So it is Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught into, in the denominator we have R square minus L square to the whole square. This will remain the denominator, just a mathematical term, and in the numerator this term will go here and this term will go here. So we will be left with, and then we open the brackets, cancels the terms, and whatever we are left, it is 4RL. This is only what we will left. You can calculate it by yourself. So this is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into Q. This Q into 4RL, this we can write in slightly different way. This can be written as Q into 2L into 2R. We have just divided the 4, and this here it is R square minus L square to the whole square. Now this term under the bracket, Q into 2L, this simply represents the electric dipole moment of the electric dipole we have. So it is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into P. We can write its symbol P here into 2R divided by R square minus L square to the whole square. So this is the net electric field in terms of magnitude. So this is the magnitude of electric field, and if we are willing to represent this expression in vector form, then direction of net electric field, it will be along the direction of positive charge, because the electric field due to positive charge is more. So therefore net electric field will be along the stronger electric field, which is E positive. So the net electric field will be along this. So you can represent it by E. So in vector form, let me just write it one more time, P into 2R, it is R square minus L square to the whole square. So in vector form, it becomes E vector. Okay, now just focus here. By convention, the direction of electric dipole moment, which we represent as by P, it is taken from negative to positive. So direction of P is from positive to negative here, and the direction of resultant electric field, it is also along this P. So therefore in vector notation, it is written as E vector, it is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon into P vector into other terms. So this is the electric field due to an electric dipole at the axial line. So you can think about here, if P of an electric dipole it is more, right, then electric field will be stronger, right? Okay. One more interesting here is to know that the ideal dipole has a very short length and stronger charges. These two charges are of stronger magnitude and the length of the dipole is very short. Just like the molecules of water, ammonia or HCl, these are simple examples of the electric dipoles which have two equal and opposite charges which are separated by some very short distance. So that dipole is called as an ideal dipole. So for an ideal dipole, the length L becomes very short. So for short electric dipole, you can write the complete name here. So for short electric dipole, this L becomes very small. So this can be ignored here. So in that case, the electric field, or we can say L becomes very small in comparison to the R, the distance of observation point from the dipole. Okay, so therefore electric field takes the form 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into P into 2R upon L. We can drop here because this is very small, so we are left with R square to the power 2, which is R to the power 4. So we are left with only this 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into 2p upon R cube. So this is a very important expression for the short electric dipole, or we can say for an ideal dipole, right? But what if converse is there? If R is very short in comparison to this length L, in that case R can be dropped, or we can say, so the electric field takes the form however that is not important because only the actual case is that the dipoles are of very short, just as we have I had just given some example just of the molecules of water, molecules of ammonia or HCl or any other, just these cases these behave as the short electric dipole, which is the practical situation. So this is the only case. So in case of short electric dipole this is the case, otherwise this remains the expression. So here the direction of electric field is along the direction of the electric dipole. You can try taking the point P on the other side of the axial line. You will find the same expression and the same representation of direction. Direction of electric field, it will be again along the direction of the dipole moment. That's all for now. In the next video, we will talk about the finding the electric field at equatorial line of an electric dipole. Thank you.